Well, all right. Welcome back to As It Should Be. Paul Bertolino here in the world famous As It Should Be studios.
He's right there.
Right here.
He's for real. This is
here.
not AI.
It's real.
I'm really me. I'm not Timothy Chalamet.
He's not a hologram.
No.
He's not AI.
We haven't created the hologram Paul Bertolino experience.
Like the hologram bull.
Yeah.
All right. We have Crystal Durant.
Hello, I'm here too.
Tommy Von Voigt.
I'm actually AI. You didn't think I was real, did you? I mean, think back the last couple of years. Have I seemed like a real person? Let's be honest.
He really is a Muppet.
I mean, yeah, that's true. Think about it.
All the evidence has been right there.
Yeah, I would have to say it remains to be seen. But anyway, we're going to be discussing our favorite live albums of the 60s.
The whole decade.
The entire decade.
All of it.
At once.
At
sum it
once.
up.
Yeah.
In 15 minutes or less. Or your order is free.
It'll be there in about 45 minutes.
Fuck your expectations.
Okay, fuck your expectations. Well, okay.
Hey, that's my middle name.
It was a shout out to you.
Oh, thank you.
Well, speaking of shout outs, why don't you shout out your list because you were first.
Go,
Would you like me to shout it out loud?
Shout it out.
Yeah!
All right. I don't have any honorable mentions. I don't have any mentions.
Turn it up louder!
Do you have any albums on your list?
I have a tie. Now this is fucking sad. We did the entire decade of the 60s and I only have 5 albums.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
And there are certain years of the 70s where you could not help but go up to like 8.
I know. I was just as disappointed in myself as you and everyone out there in TV land are in me at this present juncture in time.
Something
but
ain't right.
This is where we're at. This is the state of the world today.
Yeah.
So, my number 5 from 1964, we've got the Yardbirds with 5 live Yardbirds.
All
Not bad.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not bad. And that's a debut.
Yep.
It's so weird bands that debut with live albums.
Debut with
That
live
happens
albums. Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah. Oh my God! It's not too late.
Uh-oh.
I just remembered one that I need to have on my list.
Does it rank at number 5.5?
Let me see. Where does it go? I'm gonna put it.
Well, you can have a 6. Maybe 5 live can be 6.
5 live Yardbirds is number 6. Okay. You heard it here first. My actual number 5 from 1963, Dio at Domino's.
Oh shit!
I'm fucking doing it.
Oh shit!
I'm doing it. I'm hitting you with Dio at Domino's. So Domino's, not Domino's Pizza, but Domino's was a restaurant, I think somewhere upstate New York.
That served pizza.
Yeah, and Ronnie James Dio played a show there with his Ronnie and the fucking Rumbling Redcaps or whatever iteration of the band was at the point in time.
Yes.
And they recorded a whole album there live at this. I guess maybe it was a pizza place. I have no fucking idea.
Who knows? This was back when he was only 30.
Yes, really young Ronnie James
Back when he was only 30.
Yeah.
30. And it's all like Dion and the Belmonts-esque kind of stuff and everything.
Yeah.
It's right before he went into his Beatles phase. Yeah.
Boom.
So at my number 5, Dio at Domino's, 1963. So yes, a Ronnie James Dio live album from the early 60s. Because if you don't know about Ronnie James Dio's history, you really have some reading to do. Be prepared to have your mind blown. So my number 4 from 1965, I've got Ike and Tina Turner with Live! The Ike and Tina Turner Show.
How many exclamation points was that, Tommy?
Only 1,
Oh.
but they implied more.
Well,
Okay.
Tommy
Yeah.
expressed at least 5 or 6.
It's
Yes.
Or like, was it painted big and thick on the
Probably even
cover?
2 different colors, the dot and the line,
right? Okay.
Okay.
So my
Okay.
Okay. God, dismissive much, Bertolino?
Okay.
Jesus. With your fucking polka dot shirt wearing ass. All right, my number 3 from 1968, Johnny Cash at Folsom Prison.
Yeah.
Have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that's a
live
have to,
albums,
yeah.
it's kind of obligatory, yeah. My number 2 from 1963, Live at the Apollo, James Brown and the Famous Flames.
Mm-hmm.
Also a have to.
Got to.
Got to.
If that wasn't on my list, you'd be like, okay, what are you even fucking doing?
Get out.
man?
Yeah.
You got.
Really?
It was a good run, but now we're starting.
Yes, you were
searching for
you
Tommy's
are AI.
Replacement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Send an audition tape.
And my number 1 live album for the 60s from 1969, we have the MC5 with Kick Out the Jams.
Have to.
Which I've heard was actually inspired by James Brown live at the Apollo.
That is correct, sir.
An awful lot was.
Yes.
An awful lot. Wow, I'll be honest, I'm surprised you had that on your list.
For 1960s live albums?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
That album kind of teeters. Like, you can either be like, man, this is the baddest rock record, or you could be like, this is just a fucking bunch of noise. You know what I mean? So I wasn't sure which side of the camp.
there are elements to it
Yeah.
where it is just a bunch of fucking noise, but I also have to remember, I was like, this shit was recorded like at the end of the year, like 68, I think, right? Like, just think about that being on stage happening in 1968. I mean, that's crazy wild shit going on.
Yeah, it's good. It's good shit.
Yeah. So
right.
that is my top 6.
Well, all right.
And one spur of the moment. That was good.
I had to get it in there.
How did it just pop in your head all of a sudden?
No, because I remembered last night I was going to add that, and I got distracted by some shit, and I forgot to update my list. And then as I'm reading my list, and all of a sudden it popped back in my head, I was like, oh, fuck!
Got
Well,
it.
you just caught it.
Just caught it just in time, yeah.
I bet we have a
Amazing.
commercial for that album coming up here.
For
Let's-
Dio Domino?
I think so, probably. Let's see.
This is total sound. Not just sound in one direction, or 2 directions, or 3 directions, but total sound stereo that fills the entire room, wall to wall, floor to ceiling.
This is RCA Victor's new stereo for 1960. Living stereo tone arm makes even conventional records sound better. 4-speed floating action automatic changer, supercharged chassis, and total sound.
With a range for low notes, middle notes, and high notes.
This is the fine quality and performance of RCA Victor Total Sound Stereo. Hear it at your dealer now.
RCA Victor, the most trusted name in sound.
Give me a dozen eggs. How about a loaf of Clausen's bread? No, just give me the eggs. Give him the eggs. He'll learn to buy Clausen's.
It would have aired on just some local channel.
All right.
Excellent.
We're back. And Crystal.
It's
you got a list?
my turn. Okay. The 60s decade. Here are my runners-up. Ella and Duke at the Cate d'Azur. Number 2, I got Little Richard's Greatest Hits. Recorded live!
Oh, the 1967 one.
Yeah, that's with Billy Preston on organ, Johnny Guitar Watson on guitar, fucking A. Number 3, I have John Lee Hooker live at the Cafe A Go-Go. That has members of Muddy Waters Band in there, his blues band, and it was recorded here at the Cafe A Go-Go in New York City. Fantastic. Number 4, I have Johnny Cash at the Folsom Prison. Number 5, I have Otis Redding live in Europe. Number 6, I have Muddy Waters live at the Newport Jazz Festival, 1960. And then I have James Brown live at the Apollo.
Well, this is just your runners up?
Those are my runners-up.
Wow, James Brown is just a runners up.
I know.
I don't understand that either.
And just wait for my list, because then you're going to be like, she's lost her fucking mind. Okay. I have 8. Coming in at number 8, I have Tom Lehrer Revisited.
Meow.
Crickets. Tom
Oh,
Lehrer.
no,
Paul knows who Tom
I know
Lehrer
what it is. I'm not into it, but I know what it is.
Yeah. So Tom Lehrer was a comedian in the 60s, and he wrote all these kooky songs like National Brotherhood Week and things like that, like just funny stuff. It was really funny stuff. So he wasn't in particular a stand-up. He was a sit-down at a piano, making jokes and playing all these kooky songs that he would write. So the CD reissue, it has 2 songs that he wrote for the Electric Company. And he produced and conducted them by Joe Raposo, L.Y. and Silent E. Do you remember those songs? It's lovely, lovely, Love L-Y. And it's a whole song like that.
Huh.
It's
I don't
so
remember
fucking
that.
good. Yeah, you gotta. It's so great. It was so great. So, and then I read that in 2020 he transferred all the music and lyrics for every song he had ever written into public domain.
No shit.
Wow.
So you could put them on here as a commercial and not get charged for it.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. In November, he formally relinquished the copyright and performing recording rights on his songs, making all music and lyrics composed by him for free for anyone to use. Tom Lehrer is the motherfucking man.
Wow. Was this kind of like, was he on his way out and was like, this is my gift to the
It was
world as I
something-
leave?
Why am I a dork? It's something that he talked about like in the 70s, because he was just like, I've made my money, I don't, like, what's the point, you can't drive you don't see a U-Haul behind a funeral hearse. So it's just like, fuck
Wow.
it. Everybody loves them and I want everybody to have them. How
That
about
dude's
that?
name is not Gene Simmons.
Top.
No, it is not.
Absolutely not. Coming in at number 7, I have Art Blakey at Les Jazz Messengers at Theatre des Champs-Élysées.
See, Tommy's bummed that he forgot to put that on his list.
He is
Well,
kicking
it's
himself.
unfortunately now it's too late, so I can't jam
Yeah.
it in
Oh,
there.
well.
Otherwise,
yeah.
you know I would.
Of course, yeah.
You could bump the Dio record for that.
I don't
Yeah.
think I'm going to.
God damn it.
No, I don't think I will.
It's 7 songs. The 2 best are Night in Tunisia and Goldie, I think. He had Wayne Shorter on tenor sax, and this is a hard bop record. Hard bop. Not just regular bebop, hard bop. Really, really good. Coming in at number 6, I have Uptown by Billy Taylor and the Billy Taylor Trio, which is jazz piano, drums, and bass. So it's him on piano. Look at Tommy, he's ready to die. So it's piano and drum and bass. And the 2 best songs are Soul Sister and Jordu, I believe.
You know, all this is just diddly diddly widdly woo, but on horns.
Not even close.
It's on horns and piano.
Coming in at number 5, I have Kick Out the Jams by MC5, yeah! So, it was recorded at the Grand Ballroom in Detroit over 2 nights. Devil's Night and Halloween. I don't need to say anything else more about that. Everybody knows that. Coming in at number 4, I have Odetta at Carnegie Hall.
Oh, Odetta.
Ooh, so good. So it's just her, and she's on guitar and vocals, and Bill Lee playing bass, and it is really beautiful. Her voice, if you don't know anything about Odetta yet, I told you before to get on that. Get back on it. She was an amazing folk singer.
And if you want to look up that album, just type up Live at Carnegie Hall. That'll come up because there won't be any other albums with
Yeah,
that
be
title.
nothing else
No.
there.
You
Please.
just that
the
one will
only
come up
one
and you'll be good. You'll
called
be
Live at
yeah.
Carnegie Hall.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
good.
My 2 favorite songs are Ain't No Grave Can Hold My Body Down and John Henry. And if you ever find this album anywhere in the wild, you better grab it and pay for it and run home immediately because it's been out of print for centuries. It is worth so much fucking money. Even like a shitty one with rings on it. Just get it. Just get it. You will not be disappointed. Coming in at number 3, I have the Ramsey Lewis Trio in Chicago.
Ah.
Yes. This is one of his... this is before the In Crowd, and I feel as though it's very satisfying. Because it gives you what you want from Ramsey Lewis. Yeah.
Okay.
The trio stretches out here and there. Not all crazy, like Tommy says all jazz is. But, you heard the studio stuff, and this is just, a little, it gives you more. It's giving you more. And it's good. And you can, this is a record where you feel the energy between the band and the audience. And you can hear people like, yeah, who?
Yeah, you can hear the people,
And they're really into it. So it's Ramsey Lewis on piano, L.D. Young on bass, and Isaac Redholt on drums. Wow! Smoking. The 2 favorite songs I have are C.C. Ryder and Delilah. Coming in at number 2, the Ray Bryant Touch, which is my uncle Ray Bryant on piano, Jimmy Rouser on bass, and Rudy Collins on drums. This record features the song Little Susie, which was one of his biggest hits. And this is a jazz album that you should seriously listen to, Tommy, because why are your eyes closing? Because
I'm getting sleepy.
Because it's like, it's up tempo. Do 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 do. That's Little Susie, and I think that you would really enjoy it. I think that.
Make me a playlist.
All
So
right.
you threatened at one point
Oh,
to make
I
me
still
a
have it.
jazz
I'm
playlist.
still working on it.
And you haven't made good on that threat yet.
Well, that's because it's 500 songs long.
God
right
damn
now.
it.
But I'll give it to you. So there's Little Susie's, Taking My Ease, You Keep Me Hanging On cover, and a Beatles cover, and I Love Her. Which
Always
is
gotta have the Beatles cover.
gotta
in
have a Beatles cover. It was the law back then.
It's true.
But my number one live album of the entire decade of the 60s is The Button Down Mind of Bob Newhart.
Shit.
Holy shit. This record is better than any of the music I mentioned already. I mean, it is Bob Newhart genius. Fucking genius. And if you talk to any other comedy dorks like me of a certain age, we will all tell you that this is the pinnacle. And this was when Bob Newhart was at his zenith of being a stand-up in those days, way before he was on television. And if you liked his TV shows, any iteration of Bob Newhart, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, whatever, if you love that, you will love this. It's only 6 bits on this record, and they're not even super long, but it's really great. So it was his debut album, live record, because he was a stand-up comedian. It was number 1 on the Billboard Mono Action Albums chart.
Mono Action.
Which I'd never heard before. Mono Action Albums?
That sounds like the name of a Pink Lady live album.
Right? It's crazy. It remained at the number 1 spot for 14 weeks. It stayed on the Billboard charts for 2 years, selling over 600,000 copies, and ranking as the 20th best-selling album of all time on the Billboard charts.
I will say, if I had a half of a penny for every used copy of that record I have ever seen,
You'd be a
I would
multi-zillionaire.
own this entire city.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
It's everywhere. It's
that is a record that is there's a ton of them out there.
Everybody had it.
Yeah.
Everybody had it. And any adults, Mad Men era, 60s, everybody had this record. This was a sophisticated, we're drinking, having dinner, lounging around, and we're listening to this comedy and we're laughing.
Yes. If you were living in the Mad Men TV show, this was your comedy record.
And I believe that this was
Yeah.
actually like one of the characters did one of the bits from this album on the show.
Oh.
Yeah. But it won Album of the Year in the 1961 Grammy Awards. Newhart was named Best New Artist. Best New Artist, not in comedy, overall Best New Artist. The first comedy album to win Album of the Year, and the only time a comedian won Best New Artist. It's in the Library of Congress's National Registry.
Wow.
It is one of the best records ever. I love it so much. This is something I listen to once a month, not once a week, but once a month, definitely. It's so damn funny. It's really great. Really, really great. I can't even pick my favorite bit, but it's just listen to it. It's
Get on
great.
it.
Get on it.
Get on it. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we have we have some messages.
Go, go, go. Take a National Airlines Miami Go-Go vacation. It's Miami at a go-go price. Low jet excursion fares, palatial oceanfront hotel. Now at reduced rates. Have yourself a go-go vacation at America's Riviera. It's National Airlines Miami Go-Go. At a go-go price everyone can afford. Are we putting you on? Jet with National Sea.
Coast to coast to coast.
Nice party for blondes.
Picture-perfect blondes, that is. Sally wasn't picture-perfect till I came along. Then she used Picture-perfect to renew faded color, tone down brassiness. Are you the blonde you became a blonde to be? After each shampoo, simply rinse on Clairol's Picture Perfect.
Okay, all right, we're back.
We're back.
And I believe it's my turn.
It's
I
your
do
turn.
believe.
It is your turn.
Okay, well, I have 2 honorable mentions. And those are Four Tops Live from 1966 and Sinatra at Sands from 1966.
Yeah.
And I have a full 10 album list. Okay, so number 10, I have Tom Jones Live at the Talk of the Town from 1967.
See, I didn't even have Tom Jones anywhere on my list. How about that?
Well, you know, no room for him when you got Bob Newhart. Bob
that's
Newhart's
right.
just like, get the fuck
out of here, Tom Jones.
Number 9, Martha and the Vandellas Live.
Yeah.
Pretty damn good live album, actually. I think it's pretty good. I had never heard it before this week. I only just listened to it a few days ago, and it made the list. All right. So coming in at number 8, I have Tony Bennett, the imaginatively titled Live at Carnegie Hall.
Surprise!
From 1962. That's the thing about Tony Bennett. It's funny. He's just another one of those artists where, like, you just put it on, and you're like, yeah. You just know that the whole thing is that good.
Yeah.
You don't even you can listen to like one verse of one song and go boom. I know how good this record is.
It's Tony Bennett.
Yeah, but that's a double album. That. Mm-hmm. Number 7, of course, James Brown Live at the Apollo from 1963.
Live.
Number 6, of course, Johnny Cash at Folsom Prison from 1968. Natch. My number 5 is an album I think I probably mentioned. It wasn't on my main list for 1966, but I think I probably had it in my mentions. Sammy Davis Jr. And Buddy Rich, The Sounds of 66. Yeah, a really, really great live album recorded after hours. They each had their shows that night, and then they did an after-hour shows, kind of like Prince would always do.
Yeah.
And recorded this live album, and it's fucking smokes. All right, so number 4, the new Stan Getz Quartet featuring Astrid Gilberto with Getz A Go-Go from 1964.
A lot of A-Go-Go's in the 60s.
There's an awful lot of A-Go-Going at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah. My number 3, Dionne Warwick in Paris from 1966.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's, yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to sit there. What can I say about these records? They're really good. That's what I'm going to say about them. Okay, my number 2, Aretha Franklin in Paris from 1968.
You're either at Carnegie Hall, or you're in Paris, or in a go-go.
Or you're live with 50 exclamation points.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, that Aretha record, I mean, yeah.
Hot.
You know, how... I think it was you who would say...
Bah.
All the newbies don't know what that means. That means it's good.
That's
okay,
awesome.
all right. But number 1... My number 1...
Oh, glasses just came off.
Well, the glasses are off. The glasses are off just because I know what it is. And I don't have to read anything. Yeah, MC5.
Surprise!
Yeah. Note, I believe that is the only rock record on my entire list. The
not a
60s
big
were
decade.
Not a good
that.
decade for rock live albums.
No, it wasn't.
Absolutely not. But...
Which seems strange.
Yeah, but one Stone Cold classic came out of it. Yeah. All right.
Very good.
Is that all we got here? Yeah, that's it. All right.
That is it.
All right, it's the end of the 60s for my list.
Good list.
You're gonna see big things happening at AC. Big happenings at AC. Emotions that are really gone. Advertising that turns them on. Big happenings from AC. Come on and tune in on the happenings at AC. Big happenings at AC. New product guaranteed to hit.
to a milk day, one that's sure to move you in a fun way, one that will improve you. So get the lip that lasts.
I'm Bill Cowsill. Rehearsals can be pretty tiring.
And here comes milk. Here comes milk.
I drink milk for refreshment.
With burgers and cookies and all sorts of things.
Milk is the big lip that lasts.
It kinda let you hang in there. Oh, suck it to me. Wake up to a milk day. Carrot in the menu. In a good way. One that will improve you. Milk is the lip that lasts.
Okay, here we go.
All right. So we're back, and now I think it's time for us to hate 60s live albums.
Yes.
And that's Tommy.
Look at Tommy doing
Tommy
his best
probably
Alfred
has a
Hitchcock
couple, huh?
imitation.
All right. I have two.
You have two.
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 Two minutes.
So my number 2 worst is from 1968, and that would be Live, the 13th Floor Elevators.
Oh, gee.
So, all right, full disclosure, I am not a 13th Floor Elevators fan to begin with.
Who is?
But, well, apparently people. But this is apparently not even live.
I'm shocked.
They just compiled studio tracks with no input from the band whatsoever and just added crowd noise to it.
They Frankensteined it together.
Yeah, but with like actual like previously released studio recordings. So it's practically just like a best of compilation.
Right, but with an audience dubbed over it.
Yeah, chosen by fuck knows who.
And it's
From
probably
fuck knows
considered
where.
a classic.
God only knows.
Wow.
I don't know. I'm not going to dive down the 13th Floor Elevators fandom fucking rabbit hole.
Ooh-wee. Is there a Reddit thread about it?
Probably. This man had an electric jug player. I'm already not there. Okay? I'm not going any fucking deeper than I have for this.
Electric jug.
Yes.
You know?
But my number 1 worst of the 60s is jazz. Just take your pick.
The genre of jazz as a whole in the
Fine, 60s. Fucking whatever. Fine. Live Dead, Grateful Dead, 1969. Are you fucking happy? Actually, here's the fucked up thing. This is the kind of demented asshole I am. I literally wrote jazz. Just take your pick. Fine, whatever. Live Dead, The Grateful Dead, 1969.
Peek behind the curtain for y'all.
I'm not even fucking joking. It's right there.
So
knowing
that's
in
how you know the
advance-
show is as real as some of those
in
live albums out
advance
there.
how this was gonna go, and it was gonna be this jazz shit. And you're gonna be waving jazz in my face.
Yelling
Let's
it in
smell
you.
the jazz.
Yes.
And so I prepared for that
Of course you did.
with my own jazz.
You don't think I didn't know you would do something like that? Come on, son.
so over to
Give me a
you.
break.
Oh, well.
That's cool.
Well,
Oh, it's my turn?
Your turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. That's right. I wrote it down.
Yeah, you better double check there.
Double check. There's a Kinks live record.
Yes, there is.
No.
Yeah.
No.
There is one.
And The Grateful Dead.
Live Dead.
Bigger
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Okay.
Paul.
All right.
Over to you, Paul.
Well, yeah, I think I have two. The Rolling Stones with Got Live If You Want It from 1966.
Wow, I forgot about that.
I mean, it's not that terrible, but it sure as hell isn't all that good. But yeah, easily, the worst of the year, The Kinks, live at Kelvin Hall from 1967. Man, that record is fucking terrible. It is really, and I love The Kinks,
I know.
man, but that is
I know.
just one of the worst live albums I've ever heard. And it isn't even, the performance is okay. It is so badly, honestly, the Sid Sings album is better recorded than that.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what they used to record it.
Their asses. They fucking recorded
Yeah,
it. It's,
that's what it
just
sounds
fucking
like.
about
came
it
out
because
their
you've
ass.
got a crack, and that's like basically you can run the tape right through the crack.
Oh, right.
And your actual butthole will be the recording.
Oh,
Right?
Think about it. It works.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, no, it doesn't work because this album sounds like shit.
Well, that's the result you're gonna
Yeah,
get.
Yeah, well-
if you think about it, because that's the medium you're recording too.
Yeah.
Well, also, you know, they had the problem that most bands, rock bands had at that time of really loud audiences. This is all audience and a little bit of Kinks down below.
Yeah.
You know, and you hear the band, just below the band, you hear the vocals. It's absolutely terrible. I
is
mean,
a
it's
mess.
unreleasable direct.
Yeah.
And I can't. Yeah, So that's why I hardly said anything, because I knew that you would have it on your
You knew
list
I'd be
and had a
coming
lot
with that.
more to say because you're a huge Kinks fan, and it's an amazing disappointment. And yeah, you listen to it and you're just wondering, how did this ever see the light of day? Why, in good conscience, knowing how uptight Ray could be about stuff, how did he let this happen?
Yeah.
I don't understand. If I ever bump into him, that's the first question I'm going to ask him.
How did you
let this happen?
Have you noticed how many times some of my commentary on albums are had no input from the band, done without
No,
the
it's
band's
been-
consent,
yeah.
done after the band fought tirelessly to stop it.
stop it,
I mean, this
yeah.
is a thing, you know.
Yeah, but it's Ray Davies.
It
and
doesn't
the
But
Kinks.
fucking
also,
matter.
why would the
It was the Beatles, and they did that shit to them.
Well, that I can kind of understand because they were
We're so
because
fractured.
They were so fractured, and then also, you know, it was so fucked up. Like, not that they were laissez-faire about anything, but I could see people getting away with that. But Ray Davies is just too uptight,
too persnickety?
too persnickety to let anything like this happen, and I'm boggled.
The thing about that coming out too is that, you know, obviously the Beatles live recordings were rendered or were decided that they were not up to snuff to be released.
Yeah.
This Kinks record was, and it sounds worse.
I know.
And the thing is that I would think there would be more of a market for a standard Beatles release than a Kinks one. Like, there was no reason why a substandard Kinks live album
Should exist.
needed to come out.
Yeah.
I agree. I
You know?
agree. I agree. Yeah, when you think about, was it the Beatles at Hollywood Bowl? Was that the one?
Yeah.
From 77 that came out?
Yeah.
And all you hear is the girls screaming
Screaming.
for the
Right.
entire fucking every song. The audio quality is still significantly better.
Than that fucking Kinks
Yeah,
one.
I know.
Granted, I don't know what they had to do, if they had to do anything to make, like, maybe it sounded as bad as the Kinks record in 65.
I don't know.
I don't know how much improvement they were able to manage in 77, but
I don't know.
Yeah, no bueno.
yeah, well, anyway, the Kinks record blows ass. All right.
Sad.
Okay.
Dislike.
Dislike. All right.
Well, we did it.
Oh, we're getting tired, aren't we?
Yeah.
Good, strong coffee. Pick one up. It'll do the same for you. Anytime, anywhere. Lots more people drink coffee than just about anything else. Coffee stirs things up, gets you going when you're tired, keeps you going when you're not. Good, strong coffee. Pick one up. It'll do the same for you.
All right, we're back and we're about to go home.
Yeah, we'll be back as soon as the audio's back on.
God damn you, Bernalino.
Well, you know, you gotta get me some fucking time to stop this thing.
Stop stopping it. Why do you keep stopping this crazy thing?
You gotta stop. He's gotta stop.
You gotta
I
stop,
and
save.
save. Well, I'll tell you what, if I don't stop and save, and then something goes wrong, then we lose air. So let's minimize what we lose.
Sure. Be logical. Make sense. Be that guy.
Yeah.
Jesus
careful.
Christ. Cannot with him sometimes.
Terrible.
Crystal won't.
I can't. I won't.
Shan't.
I shan't.
Shan't.
I shall not.
All right, Paul, guess what? You get to do the honors and say we're back.
I guess we're back. I guess. I get. Apparently, that's what I. That's the word on the
Supposedly.
street.
Yeah, it's the hot goss.
But
gossip.
we're gonna pull a bait and switch because we're back to get out.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. We're gonna get out of the '60s because who wants to stay around in the '60s? All right.
You do.
Do I? Okay. All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Subscribe if you haven't, and if you do, click a little bell because of notifications and all that fucking shit. But do come back next week because we are going to be discussing our favorite live albums of the 80s.
Woo! 80s.
Right? Yeah.
Damn right we are.
We are. We're totally going to.
Goddamn right we
the
are.
80s get the last word in the live series.
As they should.
As they
Yeah,
should.
they-
And I'll be going last that episode.
Holy shit.
Oh, God.
It is going
As
to be a watershed moment, people.
Should be.
A watershed moment. All right, we will be seeing you guys next week. See ya.
Bye. Here's what I do. That's still a weird lyric to me.
It's always going to be weird. It means nothing.
It means poop to some people. A deuce.
Yeah,
drop
but
a
I mean,
deuce.
deuce means a poop, but I mean, the actual lyrics of that song don't mean a goddamn thing.
Which, maybe that's what that Kiss song means. She's worth a shit. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
could be. I mean,
Oh, yeah, you're
Gene is
right.
also the one who wrote, "It don't mean spit to me."
Me.
So, I mean, if he,
Yeah.
I could mean what,
That is true.
who knows?
It's a mystery.
Oh.
All right. All right.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Well, all right.